news. Fox 17 News at 10 starts right now.
Now on Fox 17 News at 10, a one-year-old from West Michigan found dead in Tennessee, and tonight family members say it was no accident.
There was never a problem before. I posted the picture last night, so sort of my fault, I guess, for kind of blowing the cover.
Says she was there to clean up and help pay respects, but now a woman in Grand Rapids is being told to keep her dog out of a local cemetery.
A mother's last request, what it was and how the home of the Whopper helped fulfill her wish. I'm Erica Francis, and I've got that story next.
I want him to play with me again.
And tonight, that's a reality. We'll tell you what it took to get this little dog back home after he was accidentally given away to the wrong family.
This is a Fox 17 severe weather alert.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Christian Frank.
And I'm Janice Allen. After days of some gorgeous spring weather out there, we're getting a few storms tonight in West Michigan. Taking a live look at Fox 17 radar, a good part of the viewing area. Seeing some rain out there, a few places also getting thunder and lightning.
And that's not all. Take a look at the hail that fell in Allendale this evening. Enough of it to actually pile up in some backyards. Hail also being reported in other parts of Ottawa County as well as Muskegon County. Let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Joe Kopechek in the Weather Center for a closer look at what we can expect overnight.
Yeah, Christian, Janice, these storms have been really big hail producers. I've seen at least 10 reports of hail over an inch and 1.75 inches in diameter. That is considered severe hail, and we've had numerous reports of that. Let's take a look at the radar. We're not done yet. You can see the back edge of these storms is still out over Lake Michigan as they race off to the east at about 40 miles an hour, and they're putting down some heavy rain. The only thing is, in terms of flooding, they're moving so quickly, we don't have to worry about that. Now, we've had some new warnings issued just within the past couple of minutes. We now have severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for Kalamazoo County, for Berry County, and for northern Calhoun County. That goes until 11 o'clock. So again, we're not done with the storms. The storms off to our south here have been intensifying, especially from eastern portions of Allegan County down toward Battle Creek. Again, these are primarily hail producers. But it's not out of the question. You get a big storm like this, we could be dealing with some strong and gusty winds. Here is the hail track that we have on our system here that shows you how large the hail is expected to be as it tracks off to the east. And the storm now in southern portions of Berry County, only pea-sized hail. That may be underdone just a little bit. I think it's bigger than that, but it does seem to be weakening that particular storm. But you get in down here into Van Buren County, just south of Paw Paw, and grape-sized hail. That's the storm that produced 1.5 inch hails. It tracked off to the east at about 40 miles an hour. So again, we have those warnings in effect, and that's going to be the case until about 11 o'clock. Here's a bigger picture. Here's the storm down Van Buren County. It is now just to the west of Paw Paw. We'll put a track on this, and you can see in about 10 minutes Matawan and about 25 minutes Kalamazoo. Again, you're under that warning, and 31 minutes into Comstock. A little bit further north on that particular storm in Berry County. It is south of Hastings in the southern part of the county and tracking that whole area out. We're talking 12 minutes into Woodland, 15 minutes into Nashville, and about 34 minutes into Olivet. So again, we're dealing with two particular areas. Everybody else is getting showers and thunderstorms, but those are by far the two strongest cells left. In terms of tomorrow, 54 degrees and morning showers possible. Wednesday, probably the nicest day of the week. We hit 60, sunny, and rain is likely on Thursday. That high temperature, got to correct that should reach 50 degrees, so a long ways from that. When I come back, we'll take a closer look and see if we have any more warnings and report on those large hail.
All right, thanks, Joe. And remember, you can always keep track of what's headed for your neighborhood by heading to fox17online.com or by downloading our smartphone apps to get that information in the palm of your hand.
A West Michigan father heartbroken after his one-year-old son is found dead at a home in Tennessee.
Fox 17's Rebecca Russell talking with his family tonight, learning why they think the baby's death is suspicious. Rebecca?
Well, one-year-old Mason Snyder was found dead at his mother's home in Tennessee, where she lived with her boyfriend. The boyfriend is in jail tonight on unrelated charges, but the biological father's family believes there's more to the story than they've been told.
Nick got a call, not last night, but the night before, about 10 o'clock, and Samantha said that Mason died.
Casey's the cousin of Nick Snyder, Mason's biological father. She thinks there's more to the preliminary autopsy results, which show Mason died from shaken baby syndrome.
I just talked to Nick and he said that they're calling it on the autopsy is shaken baby syndrome and burns. He had a burn on his neck, his stomach, and his leg. Okay. And now Samantha is telling Nick that their 4-year-old jumped on him for 2 hours straight and that's how he probably got shaken baby syndrome.
I would never do it to my baby, and I know Les would never hurt that baby. Because he's seen these two boys like his own. They called him Dad.
Mason's mother, Stephanie, moved to Tennessee with her boyfriend, Les Miller, for a fresh start. But Miller's wanted in Michigan for violating his parole in February. Now Nick is trying to bring Mason's ashes and their 4-year-old son, Bentley, back to Michigan.
Nick wants Mason to be buried next to his grandmother. I just want justice for Mason to know what really happened to him, and for Nick to be able to bring Bentley home to be safe. I don't think Samantha should have Bentley because, I mean, look what just happened.
Now, so far, there have been no charges issued in Mason's death, but that parole violation for Miller, including past arrests for breaking and entering and meth crimes. Now, Mason's family has set up a GoFundMe page to pay for funeral expenses. You can find a link to that on our website, fox17online.com. In the newsroom, Rebecca Russell, Fox 17 News.
Just 2 months after he was sentenced for sexually assaulting an 8-year-old girl with Down syndrome, a man in Berry County just had extra time added to his sentence for having footage of him raping that child. Today, 70-year-old David Heinzen was sentenced to 20 years in federal prison for having more than 650,000 explicit images, child porn, on his computer. Relatives found it last summer, turned it over to police. The judge says he'll serve time for that after he's done with his 40 to 60-year sentence that he got for child molestation. Because of his age, he'll likely die behind bars.
Tomorrow marks a somber anniversary in Muskegon County. It will be 3 years since Jessica Herringa was last seen. A young mother, who was 25 at the time, vanished while working the late shift by herself at the Exxon station in Norton Shores. Police say her money, her car was left behind there. They believe she was abducted. A police sketch of a possible suspect and surveillance video of a van that was seen that night released right after her disappearance, but there's still been no sign of Jessica or any arrest in this case. A reward of more than 20 grand now being offered for any information that leads to her. Meanwhile, this weekend, volunteers will be back out looking for another missing mother. Venus Stewart disappeared from her family's home in Cullen Township back in 2010, while her estranged husband is serving a life sentence for her murder. Her body has never been found. This Saturday, crews and dogs will be out searching for any sign of Venus. This is one of several searches they've conducted for her in recent weeks.
After battling cancer for 6 months and recognizing that her time was running out, a woman in Kent County asked her daughter for one last favor.
And she was able to get it done thanks in part to some fast food workers. Fox 17's Erica Francis live in studio now with a whopper of a story you'll only see here. Erica.
Well, Janice and Christian, as you're about to see, Jackie Traxler still comes to tears remembering her beloved mother, who passed away on New Year's Day. Now, months later, she's looking to thank the people that helped fulfill her mother's final wish.
She was the best person in the whole world. She was amazing.
A mother, grandmother, and hard-working woman diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, given just 3 months to live.
She was sleeping. She wasn't getting up. She was just laying in bed.
Finding strength for one final request.
And that was the last thing she wanted.
And what could be her last meal.
Burger King, what can I get for you today?
Just one Whopper, please.
She'd love Whoppers. Double meat Whoppers is what she loved.
Calling 3 separate Burger Kings at 4 a.m., determined to get Mom her Whopper.
I said, "Are you guys serving Whoppers right now?" And the lady said no.
After a second call back, the BK Lounge on 44th and Kennewaw agreed, making the burger with a little extra love.
I don't know who did it, and to this day I thank God for her, because my mom, that was just the best thing that anybody could have ever did.
Fox 17 finding the woman responsible Monday.
It's been a while since I made that Whopper, and we do little things like that all the time.
And says she wouldn't have it any other way.
I didn't think that making a Whopper for someone would actually go that far and make them feel that special.
She passed away with what she loved, and that was double meat Whoppers. She loved that. Yeah.
Passing away just 2 days after eating her Whopper.
It was the most amazing thing in the world. I'll never forget it.
And Jackie tells us her mom said that was the best Whopper she'd ever had. And the one who made it, Olivia, was busy at work tonight, but the two hope to meet. We're hoping to make that happen very soon.
Yeah, such a small gesture that had a huge impact on her life. Oh my goodness. Erica, thanks for that tonight.
Of course.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, everybody helped. You know, we had you guys out, which was awesome. You know what I mean? All those different stories that were able to get out there and everybody that was willing to share really spread it.
Happy ending for a family in Whitehall. Just 1 week after he went missing, Dexter the dog is back home tonight. He's reunited with his family this evening, thanks to the help of Bad Boys Bail Bonds in Muskegon, who offered up a private investigator for free. You may remember Dexter ran away from his home last week after his owners, Greg and Laura, took off his collar for a bath, and he accidentally left through a sliding glass door. Dexter was picked up by a woman driving by, took him to Pound Buddies animal shelter, but instead of taking him inside and turning him over, she gave him to somebody in the parking lot who didn't leave their name and number. Well, Greg and Laura say they're just happy to get Dexter back. They're actually going to help the other family who was given Dexter. They're going to help them find their own dog.
Wow, way to pay it forward after getting Dexter back.
Yeah, good news for them.
Glad they've got him back home. Speaking of dogs tonight, a woman in Grand Rapids is upset after learning she can't walk hers through a cemetery.
We've seen dogs in there before, so we never thought there would be an issue. We've talked a lot to the maintenance workers who are in there every day. They've known her, they've seen her since she was a puppy.
Why this pet owner says they're both just trying to pay their respects.
And a follow-up on a Fox 17 investigation. A West Michigan Marine all smiles after his custom bicycle was found just a week after it was stolen in broad daylight.
They grow sometimes in 1 year, and the following years they don't grow there. A lot of times you find them happenstance.
And later, they're mushrooms that can bring in a lot of money with restaurants. But if a new bill gets pushed through Lansing, there's going to be a lot more competition when it comes to morel hunting.
You're watching